And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey everybody, I'm Tom Vasel. One of the books that left definitely an impression upon my life was Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. And then, of course, the movies, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. This is based on the original movie, and it's called Wonka Golden Ticket. Man, as a kid, right, you read that book, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. All Charlie had to do was not be a jerk to beat out the other kids, which wasn't very hard because they were horrific people. And just that he was given the chocolate factory at the end. Of course, the Great Glass Elevator kind of changed all that, but still, it was fantastic and terrific. And I really loved that book. And I liked the movie, except for the one scene. But anyway, this is that same thing. The beginning of the movie, the beginning of the book, where Charlie gets a bar, just buys one chocolate bar, while other people's fathers hired an entire factory to just buy thousands of chocolate bars. He got one and got the golden ticket. This is a game that has multiple winners where you are taking actions to get as many chocolate bars as you can, increasing your chance to get the coveted golden ticket. Here's how it plays. At the beginning of the game, you're going to put all the chocolate bars out. You're going to take golden tickets equal to the number of players minus 1, and then you're going to take some chocolate bars, slide those golden tickets in, and then mix these chocolate bars all together so nobody knows what golden ticket is where. You're going to set the board up here, which is tiles 1 through 9. If you get bored, you can always flip them over. There's multiple sides to each one where they're going to do different things. Each player will take a character, Beauregard, Veruca Salt, Charlie Bucket, Mike TV, and Augustus Gloop, the great big greedy nincompoop. Each one starts with a certain number of money here, their allowance. They have a special ability, and this is where you're going to put your money that you start the game with. Players are going to start in this classroom. Willy Wonka starts at the Wonka factory gates, and the first player goes. Person who most recently ate chocolate, that person gets 2 actions on their turn. There are 3 different actions. You can do the same action twice. Players are going to have a handful of cards, and this is kind of what dictates how actions work. You can always discard a card to move to an adjacent place. When you do so, you will take the action in that place. So here in the city square, it says draw 3 cards, discard 2 from your hand. Here in snack delivery, it says get 4 money. And here in the classroom, refill your money up to your allowance. If you end your turn in a spot where Willy Wonka is, he's going to give you a chocolate bar at the end of your turn. So you take one from the pile. I hope it has the golden ticket. And then you roll the die. The die will give a number, and that's where Willy Wonka goes on that numbered thing. So you can play a card to move 1. You also, if you have fewer than 4 cards, you can draw up to 4, or you can play a card. There are 3 different types of cards with these different symbols in them, but there's lots of different style cards. Like it says, move to an unoccupied corner space. Pick someone else to get a Wonka bar, and then move to any space. Draw 2 cards, or play 2 of the extra hard rock candy to get 4. Move to Willy Wonka. Gain 3, or if you have 2 fudge mallows, you gain 7. Gain 4 money, and anyone else who gives you a chocolate bar gets 2. Move 1 and take a random card from everyone in your space. So some of them are negative. You can sometimes even steal chocolate bars from other people. When you play a card, that card is placed below your screen. You do not put it in a discard pile. And that's because some of the spots on the board have what's called a sweep action. So this says sweep 3 sweet cards. So if I have played 3 sweet cards, and they're all under my board here, I can move those to the discard pile. And then I get 2 Wonka bars. So it's another way to get things. Some spots give Wonka bars for, well, this one gives you cards for money. This one lets me sweep 2 of the mystery cards to get Wonka bars. Over here, I can pay $14 to get 6 Wonka bars. Players are going to keep doing this. You take 2 actions on your turn, and you go around until all the Wonka bars are gone. And each player has them. At that point, players are just all going to open their Wonka bars and hope, please let me have a golden ticket in this one. Yes! Anybody who gets a golden ticket wins. Since there's 1 less than the number of players, it's possible only 1 person loses, but 1 person could also have all the golden tickets, in which case the rules say you can share with other people if you want to, but you don't have to if you want to be like Mike TV. Anyway, that's the game. So here's all the chocolate bars in here. Now, I mean, this is so cool, right? To see the chocolate bars, it's really, I mean, it's just plastic that fits in here. Before your first game, all these boxes are flat and you have to unfold them. It will take probably 20 minutes or so to put all them in there, but when they're in, it just looks fantastic. And then the tiles themselves are good quality. The money is one of the problems I have with the game component-wise, because there's almost no difference between the 1 and the 3 tokens. The golden tickets, though, whoo, aren't those pretty? I mean, when you're playing, to put that in there, really brings back parts of the movie. And then all the different people here, the different characters, which fit nicely in here. Now, they only have a sticker on one side, not both, so that's kind of But I like the artwork for this game. They do that typical thing where they don't, I guess they don't have the rights to the actors, so they drew it, they're faceless. But it works in this regard, and these boards are nice. It's, other than the 1 and 3 coins being the same, I'm very happy with the production here. I think putting golden tickets in chocolate bars and giving them to children, to randomly give one of those children the company, is a bad idea. But let's talk about this game. So part of it is going to throw people off initially. Let's talk about the winning condition first. You could have 80 chocolate bars and I could have 3, and I could have 2 golden tickets and you have none. Well, there's not 80, but you get the idea. This actually is the focus of an older game that came out decades ago called Killer Bunnies, which had the same aspect and people hated it. I don't think the hatred will be strong here because this is a 20-minute game. It's also just silly fun. It's really fast. I mean, so is Killer Bunnies, but it's silly fast. Collect bars. There's take that in this game, but not a ton. At the end of this game, you're going to have a pile of chocolate bars, and then you open them all up and see if there's a golden ticket. That's entertaining. It really is. This is definitely a family weight game. Play with kids, play with adults, but it has some good options. You move your token around, your character around. You try to go maybe where Willy Wonka is to get the extra chocolate bar, but you say, I'm going to go here to get money. I'll go here to spend that money to get chocolate bars. I'm going to try to draw sets of cards if possible. And then, do I use this card for movement or do I use it for its action? I also really like the sweep mechanism here. As you play cards, you put them in front of you. It's like another resource that you can then spend. I haven't seen this exactly. I was talking about it with Z, and he said he saw something similar in another game. But for the most part, this feels a little bit unique. It has a strong flavor. They picked the original movie, which I think was the wiser choice here. That has the fun of going around. The cards have the thing. And those components, those chocolate bars, everyone who opens up is going to go, this is amazing. It really is. And this is being sold in mass market stores. And again, I'm thrilled about that. Instead of buying the latest Hasbro garbage, people might get this one. And this is fun. Now, it's a once and done game per session, I think. Like when you're done playing it, I doubt you'll play again immediately, but I can see you pulling it out the next one and the next one. This is a game that I'm hoping that in 20 years, somebody comes and says, wow, I fondly remember playing this as a child. It was a fun game. And it should be. The theme is very appealing, the components look great, and it's simple fun, but it's not just blind luck. I mean, it is luck at the end, but you are going around, and the more bars you get, the more you do increase your chances. That is odds after all. So, I thought it was fun. It's cool, it's neat, it's exactly what it's supposed to be, and that is Wonka Golden Ticket. I got a golden ticket. Oh, yeah, we're done here. Dice Tower Judgment. Oompa Loomp. Approved.